Hi guys, today we're looking at a shift in VR simulation that's starting to reshape how virtual cockpits work. For the first time, mainstream sims are using spatial computing to bring your real-world controls directly into the virtual environment with proper positional accuracy. It feels less like VR guessing what you're doing and more like the sim genuinely understands the hardware in front of you. iRacing and X-Plane are bringing this approach to a consumer audience for the first time. The idea of aligning real-world controls with a virtual cockpit has existed in high-end professional simulators for years, but it was locked behind specialized hardware and extremely expensive setups. What's happening now is that the same concept is finally reaching everyday sim racers and flight simmers through devices like the Apple Vision Pro and technologies like NVIDIA CloudXR. For the first time, this level of spatial alignment and cockpit blending is available without needing a commercial-grade simulator or a six-figure training rig. iRacing's Cloud VR app on the Vision Pro uses the headset's spatial tracking to understand the exact position of your hands and your wheel. The sim takes that information and renders your hand positions directly inside the virtual cockpit. When you look down, your hands appear exactly where they are in real life. Your wheel lines up perfectly with the virtual wheel. The cockpit geometry wraps around your real hardware with accurate depth and scale. The result is a driving experience that feels grounded. There's no disconnect between what you feel and what you see. You're not fighting floating VR hands or trying to remember where your wheel is. The physical and virtual cockpits behave like a single space, and the sensation of presence is far stronger than traditional VR racing has ever managed. This is the first time VR racing has delivered this level of alignment between real controls and virtual environments, and it changes the way the cockpit feels around you. X-Plane is now applying the same approach to flight simulation. Using CloudXR and the Vision Pro's spatial tracking, X-Plane streams full fidelity PC rendering into the headset while mapping your real yoke, throttle, switches and panels into the virtual cockpit. Your yoke sits exactly where the aircraft's control column is. Your throttle quadrant matches the virtual levers. Your switches and controls line up with the virtual panel. Your muscle memory carries over perfectly because the sim is respecting the physical layout of your hardware. And because CloudXR streams the full PC version, the aircraft models, lighting and cockpit detail remain uncompromised. You're interacting with your real hardware, but the aircraft around you is rendered at full fidelity. For flight simmers, this is a major step forward in realism, usability, and immersion. The approach used by iRacing and X-Plane applies to any simulator built around physical controls. Truck sims can align your shifter, dash, and switches with the cab layout. Space sims can place your HOTAS in the correct position inside the ship. Even general VR tools can represent physical controllers, panels, or devices with spatial accuracy. This is VR adapting to the hardware people already own. For simmers who often invest heavily in their rigs, this creates a far more intuitive and believable experience. The virtual world finally respects the physical one, and the two begin to work together instead of competing for your attention. NVIDIA's CloudXR is a key part of this shift. CloudXR streams full PCVR content rendered on an RTX GPU directly into the Vision Pro while using the headset spatial tracking to anchor your real controls inside the virtual environment. This combination delivers high fidelity rendering, full resolution assets, foveated streaming, low latency, and accurate spatial alignment. It's the reason iRacing and X-Plane look so clean on the Vision Pro. You're interacting with your real hardware, but the sim is running at full PC quality. The blend feels natural because the rendering and the tracking are working together instead of fighting each other. The Steam frame is positioned to take this even further. It's being built around both PCVR and standalone workflows, giving simmers the flexibility to run full PCVR sessions or standalone XR apps, depending on the experience they want. For blended control simulation, this is ideal. You can run full PCVR sims over Steam, use spatial tracking to align your real controls, switch to standalone XR apps when you want a lighter experience, and keep the same rig, the same hardware, and the same muscle memory. The Steam frame could become the first widely adopted headset where this blended control approach becomes standard across racing, trucking, flying, and space sims. It's designed for the audience that benefits from this the most, and it arrives at the perfect moment in VR's evolution. When you look at iRacing, X-Plane, CloudXR, the Vision Pro, and the upcoming Steam frame, a clear direction emerges. VR is moving toward a future where your real cockpit, your real controls, and your real muscle memory all integrate directly into the virtual world. The headset becomes the display, your hardware becomes the interface, the sim becomes the environment that wraps around it all. This is the direction VR has been aiming for since the beginning, and we're finally seeing it take shape in a way that feels practical and polished. The momentum behind this shift is growing quickly. iRacing and X-Plane have shown that combining high-fidelity PC rendering with spatial tracking creates a level of immersion that feels natural and intuitive. Your wheel, your yoke, your throttle, your HOTAS, and every other piece of hardware you rely on become part of the virtual world with a precision that makes the cockpit feel physically present around you. This is a foundational change in how VR simulation works. It has the potential to become one of the biggest leaps in immersion since VR headsets first arrived, and it opens the door to a future where the line between real and virtual cockpits becomes almost invisible. Let me know what you think. Is this the future of sim racing, flight simming, trucking, and space sims, or is this just the beginning of something even bigger? So that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video exploring what I think is going to be happening with this situation that we're seeing with the new blended reality apps on the Apple Vision Pro, and how the Steam frame could make these things possible on even more affordable hardware. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a like, and make sure you leave some comments below, because that lets me know what you think about this situation. I really am interested in your thoughts. And again, that's it from me today. So bye-bye for now, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you next time.